Hello everyone, this is me Sahitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll discuss about salient features of Indian Constitution. So let's begin. So here we'll discuss about salient features of Indian Constitution based on M. Lakshmikant UPSC notes. So salient features of the Constitution from foundation of Indian polity. Every institution and constitutional provision is based on these features. Questions from this topic are frequently asked in UPSC prelims, GS2, mains, essay and interview. So we'll discuss about constitutional background first of all. So adopted 26th November 1949 and came into force 26 Jan 1950, and original constitution were 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedule, and present constitution has 470 plus articles, 25 parts and 12 schedule after amendment. So we'll move to the what are the salient features first of second. So salient features are fundamental characteristics that define the nature, philosophy and working of Indian Constitution. So there, there are several features of the salient features. So we'll discuss first one, lengthiest written constitution. Indian Constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. Why is it so lengthy? So vast geographical area first, and second one is diversity of people, and third one is federal structure, and fourth one detailed administrative provisions, and fourth one single constitution for union and states, and last one inclusion for of fundamental rights, DPSPs, fundamental duties and emergency provision, etc. So we'll move to the example. Unlike UK, United Kingdom, which has unwritten constitutions, India has a detailed written document. So second one is drawn from various sources, that our Indian Constitution. So Constitution has borrowed the best features from many countries. So country and borrowed features. So United Kingdom, parliamentary government and rule of law. And we'll talk about United States, USA. So fundamental rights, judicial review and impeachment. And now we'll move to the Ireland. So Ireland, we were borrowed DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policy. So we'll move to the Canada. So a strong center and residuary powers. And Australia. So Australia, we were borrowed from concurrent list and freedom of trade. And Germany, emergency provisions. And Soviet Union, USSR, fundamental duties. And South Africa, constitutional amendment procedure. And Japan, procedure established by law. So we will move to the example. India borrowed the concept of fundamental duties from former Soviet Union, that was USSR. So third one is blend of the rigidity and flexibility. So constitutions is neither completely rigid or nor completely flexible. So some provisions require simple majority, some requires a special majority, and some requires a special majority plus ratification of by half of a state. So example, creation of new state under Article 3 requires simple majority, and whereas amending fundamental rights require special majority. So here is difference between simple and special majority. So we'll move to the fourth one, federal system with unitary bias. So India has federal structure but the strong union government. Federal structure, dual government, division of powers, and the written constitution. And next one, independent judiciary and supremacy of constitution. So what is the unitary feature? So we'll discuss unitary features: single constitutions, single citizenships, strong center and emergency provision, appointment of governor by the center. An example, during national emergency, in the union government can exercise greater control over the state. That's why unitary features were we discussed right now. And parliamentary form of government, fifth one. India adopted the British parliamentary system, features nominal executive, president, and a real executive, prime minister, and collective responsibility to the Lok Sabha, and political executive, bicameral legislature, also features we have. And examples, the prime minister and council of ministers remain in office only in enjoying confidence of Lok Sabha. So we'll discuss the sixth one, synthesis of parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. India has adopted a balance between British parliamentary sovereignty and American judicial supremacy, meaning Parliament can make laws but courts can review them. An example, Supreme Court can strike down laws violating fundamental rights. So we'll move to the seventh, integrated and independent judiciary. So India has single integrated judicial system, hierarchy, Supreme Court, High Court, and then subordinate courts. Unlike the USA, India does not have separate federal and state courts system. Example, Supreme Court is the final interpreter of the Constitution. So eighth one is fundamental rights. So fundamental rights contained in part 3, article 12 to 35. So purpose, protect individual liberty and prevent arbitrary state actions. Example, freedom of speech under article 19. So we'll move to the DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policy, contained part 4, article 36 to 51, and purpose, establish a welfare state and promote social and economic justice. Example, promotion of equal justice through free legal aid, article 39A. So we'll move to the fundamental duties, contained part 4A and article 51A. Purpose, remain citizen of their responsibilities, remind citizens of their responsibility. Example, protecting the environment and public property. So we'll move to the 11th features of salient features of our Indian Constitution. So 11th is secular state. India has no state religion. Every citizen enjoys freedom of religion. Example, any person can profess, practice, propagate religion under article 25. So we'll move to the next one, universal adult franchise. So every citizen aged 18 years and above has right to vote irrespective of religion, caste, gender, wealth and education. So we'll move to the example, a poor farmer and a wealthy industrialist each have one vote. So we'll move to the next one, 13th number is single citizenships. Unlike the USA, India has only one citizenship. There is no separate state citizenship. Example, a person from Tamil Nadu can settle and work in Punjab without acquiring a separate citizenship. Independent constitutional bodies. The Constitution establishes institutions to ensure democracy and accountability. Examples, Election Commission of India, Finance Commission, UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and Controller and Auditor General of India, CAG. So example, the Election Commission conducts free and fair elections. And 15th, emergency provisions borrowed from Germany. So there is multiple types. So three types of emergency. First one is national emergency. Second one is state emergency, that we also called president rule. And third one is financial emergency. So example, national emergency 1975 to 1977. 16th, three-tier government. After the 73rd constitutional amendment, panchayats, and 74th constitutional amendment, municipalities, India now has union government, state government, and local government. Example, Gram Panchayat governs villages. Rule of law 17th, borrowed from UK, meaning everyone is equal before the law and no person is above the law. Example, even union minister can be prosecuted if found guilty. And 18th number will move to the judicial review. So judicial review, the Supreme Court and High Courts can declare unconstitutional law invalid. Example, if Parliament enacts a law violating Article 14, courts may strike it down. And we'll move to the 19. So balance between fundamental rights and DPSP. So Constitution seeks harmony between individual party and social welfare. So we'll move to the example. The Minerva Mills case 1980 held the harmony between fundamental rights and DPSP is the part of the basic structure. So we'll move to the 20th, basic structure doctrine. So developed in Kesavananda Bharati case 1973, meaning Parliament can amend the constitution but cannot destroy the basic structure of our Indian constitution. So example, Parliament cannot abolish democracy or judicial review. So we'll move to the salient features at a glance. So feature, here it is, and right side key idea. So written constitution, detailed constitutional document, borrowed features, best practices from many countries, and blend of rigidity and flexibility, multiple amendment procedures, federal with unitary bias, strong center with federal structure, and parliamentary system. PM is the real executive, and independent judiciary, guardian of the constitution and fundamental rights, protect liberty, and DPSPs, welfare state, and fundamental duties, responsible citizenships, and secularism, equal respect for all religions, and universal adult franchise, one vote, one person, and single citizenship, national integration, emergency provision, protect national security and rule of law, equality before law, and judicial review, constitutional supremacy, and basic structure, limit parliament's amending power, prelims revision trick, WRBFPIFS So W W stand for written constitution, R stand for rule of law, B stand for borrowed features, and F stand for federal system, and P stand for parliamentary government, and I stand for independent judiciary, and F stand for fundamental rights, and S stand for secularism and single citizenship, and U stand for universal adult franchise, and emergency provisions E stand for, and R stand for review, judicial review, and J stand for justice through DPSPs and duties, and B stand for basic structure doctrine. Men's value addition, quote, the Indian Constitution is not merely a legal document, it is a social revolutionary embodied in a legal framework, so often attributed to constitutional scholars while explaining the vision behind constitution. So here it is conclusion. So the Indian Constitution is a unique blend of flexibility and stability, federalism and unity, rights and duties, liberty and social justice. Its salient features reflect the vision of the Constitution Assembly to build democratic, secular, inclusive and welfare-oriented republic capable of addressing ideas, immense diversity while preserve constitutional values.